Hi, my name is Kiki and welcome to Kiki in Her Guides. Here on this channel, I like to make pick card videos just to help with guidance, really. And that's because I definitely believe that everyone gets confused in life and get lost and you just want some guidance. And I should never find is a bad thing. I hope these readings do help you guys out. I try to make them quick posts. I try to post when I can. But here we are with 6 piles here today. Yes. So with the 6 piles, if you need to pause, this is probably the moment to do it. What I'm pretty much going to do, I've pre-shuffled all the oracle cards, but I am going to pull some extra cards if I have to, as well as I will be using, obviously tarot to get more of an ideal description of what's going on. And I also have my own personal deck I will be using, and I'll probably pull charms at the end as well. But we are going to skip right into this reading here today and just move on. But let's go with pile number 1. Let's see what you have for your oracle. We have unconditional love. You have learning as well. You have Mars, which is about communicate, sexuality, passion. It's also about aggression because Mars is also like a warrior planet. We have the moon here. Another thing that's about relationships, past life relationship, soulmate, exposure revealed. Okay, yeah, that's what I was feeling. Express your love through gifts, the crumbling, what lights you up. So from what I could tell, and what a positive change in your life is that you may be receiving some form of unconditional love from a soulmate. This may be a person that you've had a past connection with. There's a sense that you are learning lessons with one another. Whether you are actually getting with this person or not, there is definitely a big sense of just feeling very exposed and revealed, in the sense of you are really starting to embrace your really intimate side, or even let's say you're showing that to someone else. So as a good thing coming into your life, you are starting to really reconnect with your inner child and the things that really bring you to the forefront of who you are. Is why you have what lights you up in, but it's also why you have the crumbling here, which is about holding, not only holding back, but getting out of your own energy and starting to really move forward into what lights you up here, right? So it's definitely this progression from you holding on to a form of your past, learning from it, truly seeing your vulnerability and moving forward. But the moon here also does talk about relationships from this specific card. So there's a sense of being nurturing and feeling safe within your connection as well. So some of you may be feeling very connected with a particular partner of some sort during this time as well. And for a lot of you are going to be receiving a gift as well that will help with this learning period. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's get some ideas about what's going on in this situation here. Let's see. Retreat. Yeah, I feel heavy. There's a sense of retreating here. But let's see. But it's because you're exposing your vulnerability. Let's see. But that's going to bring success. But there are these indicators of still kind of feeling stagnant here with these pages. This page and this Knight of Coins here. In reverse especially. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Resistance to change. Not necessarily resistance. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that you may have had some really big shakes in your environment, externally, which really left you exposed as well. You may have felt very unfair towards it, but it's actually a really big learning lesson. It's actually a gift as well that's helping you enter in this new path of newness, whether that be romance or even career, because definitely this could be your career. Something was holding you back in the past. You were forced to really let go of it. You're unsure now what direction you want to go because you're lost, and then you feel all this effort you put into one thing didn't really end up somewhere, and things feel they're not going places, and that's why you're returning back to your roots, why you're exposing and revealing things about yourself and your vulnerability to find some learning. And from that, you're going to have lots of unconditional love. Some of you may be for a relationship, but this also just talks about harmony. I feel that harmony is definitely within yourself, but you also did have soulmates here and the lovers here. So for some of you, there is there's a romantic message here, but I feel the main message is you really getting back into this unconditional love within yourself. But like, let's talk about the romance really quickly. So you are manifesting a soulmate, whether you are with someone or not. This person if you are with someone, this person here could definitely be a soulmate of some sort, but there is like a need to release any past energy by being vulnerable with one another and being honest. And express your love through gifts, whether you do that or this person. There is going to be a gift exchange of some sort, which doesn't necessarily mean like a physical like gift. It could just mean like emotional exchanges. But with others of you, this is like heavy work related, where like something that you've been working really hard towards doesn't seem like it's worth it anymore. And like instead, you're going to find harmony through like other new learning experiences and finding out really what exposes your inner child. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, for some of you, there may have been delay in this with a specific partner of some sort, because this person may have been a little too immature, but they definitely did have romantic feelings towards you. And now you may be receiving someone who's more of a king character, who's a lot more passionate and a lot more like open about what they're saying. They could definitely be a fire sign, but I don't feel a lot of fire energy from them. And no, I just feel like more so these, like, the person you're in your past versus the person coming in is like a very different person if you are with someone. Oh, I feel like that's a very, like, I don't think that's going to resonate for, like, a lot of people. I think that's a very specific person that's, like, was dealing with, and a really immature person in their past. That connection was very disharmonious. And that's why you had, like, this past life thing, because you had a past connection with this person. But you are manifesting, like, really good love with someone else, because that talks about delays. But, like, I don't think that's going to resonate for everybody. I think that's, like, some one of you, like, who, if you've been holding on to somebody, like, for, like, God knows to life, that's your message and specifically, like, just let this person go for now, because like their energy is too immature to really be around yours, and you do have someone who's going to be a lot more better suited for your path on your way, that is going to be a soulmate and give you unconditional love and really teach you about your own learning positions in yourself, and they're going to bring a lot of justice to you, and they probably will want to actually have a serious commitment as well. I'm feeling marriage from this person. Yeah, definitely marriage and lots about happiness. But you have to release the person in your past first. Okay, we're going to pull from my personal deck. And then we are going to get into like my other personal deck. And I'm probably will pull some charms today. But let's get rid of this for now, because that was the oracle. So ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages about what positive stuff is happening in this person's life? What positive things is coming into this person's life? The next year is going to be very, like, good for you. It's going to be a year of, like, new beginnings as well. So lots about discovery. Anything else here, Spirit? But also, like, with the initiation here that you had, that I'm getting from this, like, it's definitely a part of, like, you embracing a new path, something extremely unknown to you that lights you up here with the Starseed card. Some of you maybe got Starseeds as well. The 8th house, this has to do with your goals. So over the next year, you're definitely entering a new position when it comes to your goals. Like I said, heaviness about, like, finances here, especially if you are deciding to, like, leave an old, like, job for a new one that's like more in tune with what you want to do. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here about what's going on in this pile? Something about February is really leading to rapid change, and you're going to have rapid change from, like, February to probably September. Yeah, September. These are also very both purple cards, so you also have purple here, which is making me think of your intuition. So it's something about following your own path and your own belief is definitely really important here for you. So whatever, like, you know that you're very attached to, and something you feel very drawn to as well, like spiritually, emotionally, it just feels right to you. Like, keep going for it, especially if it's, like, leading you into a new path. Like, it's gonna do good. Some strong relationships are built through sharing. So you definitely sharing and expansion. So you are going to close this cycle probably with a romantic partner of some sort, but that also may lead to, like, some form of change and expansion. Like I said, there's a lot of rapid change here. Yes. Unexpected change. Yeah, lots of change. And, okay, which way? Expansion. Yeah. 9th house. I was literally just feeling this energy before. You may have been feeling isolated for quite some time, or you may be a Cancer, one or the other. But back to the real main message here of, like, look, like, if you are releasing someone from your past or you're with someone new, that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I feel like you are starting to really embrace like what you are super connected to and what's really holding, like what's your inner desires over this time. You're going to have some form of change that's going to be very unexpected because your external forces are really going to force you to like reevaluate something, and you're going to make a really big decision, and that's going to lead to a big amount of change, especially during this month of February. If you are catching this in February, or from now to like September, or whether this is September until February, based on whenever. This is a timeless reading, so it's based on whenever anyone catches it, but I'm filming this in February, so like since you had February here, I'm feeling like, okay, so now you're going through a change of some sort. Like right now, your environment's starting to go through stuff. From now to September, you're seeing lots of change, and by the time you hit next year, you're going to be in a very different place because you've been doing all these big changes in this, starting on this new path of some sort, especially if it has to do with your own personal goals. Like keep going towards it and just keep embracing this form of change as well. Okay, let's get any additional messages here, Spirit, about what's going on in this pile. A strong intuition. Yeah, that's intuition. Keep following it. You may have been feeling like something was missing for quite some time. Like you're feeling like the victim and feeling like something's missing. And like that's like what's supposed to spark you to finding something else. Because you're worrying about your lack as well. And that's like what's causing conflict in your relationships. That's why but you want to build strong relationships, right? And then there's a need for change. Like there's a restless one as well. And there's a lot of worry here too, because there's a really big, like I said, there's this big need to change your overall surroundings. But connect with your passionate, like you're nurturing your passionate side, and that will help you work on the blockages between you and your goals. You might have a loss of some sort, which is what's going to change your foundation. Afraid of loss. Yeah, you're going to have a loss of some sort. That's what's going to change your, like, dynamic. For a lot of you may vary. I feel like what type of loss? What type of loss? May have to do with the imbalances or balances within your home life. That's like what I get from the Temperance card in the Ten of Coins. Ten of Swords, I just was thinking, so manifesting. But I also could talk about something very logical. I also could talk about a parent figure of some sort. So for a lot of you, like this big change has to do with like your home life and you manifesting your future. It could also just do with your own happiness in your home life, and something about the balance in it might be extremely important. And then with the manifest card, there's also a chance of it being in specifically about like your own skills that you are working with, so like your workplace, so skills, something about logic as well, because the magician talks about having logic as well as being very determined. It could also talk about manifestations and wishes, so and dreams and desires. I'm looking at dreams and desires now too. But since you do have Temperance, and the fact that I was talking about what loss you're afraid of, it's like the imbalances of your life right now, and that's what you're afraid of. But that's what's kind of like having an imbalance right now, as well as like your security, as well with that Ten of Coins could be just a talk of like your security in like finances not being where you want them to be as well. Okay, so we're gonna pull some charms. And so let's just kind of like do that. Okay. So ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages for what positive changes are happening in this person's life? So you have a lot about love inside the board. So there's maybe some changes in love, but those are going to be some positive changes that lead to hope. And that's going to be due to some knowledge that gets talked about. There's a lot about abundance here, but also like, when I see like this guy, I think of like education, but I also think of like, health. So there may be changes in your health. You do have the key to unlock your future. I also see this as like, since it's kind of like, it landed over there. I know I kind of like low-key bunched up all the hearts, but I was like, oh my god, look at all that love. So, but the key was definitely just in its own little like land. So you definitely unlocking some truths and some desires, so I'll take that as a good sign. But you are doing, like, you are having steady movement forward with the bike. The way I look at it, it's like I have a bike in here, a plane, and I think a train set, and I think of them at just different speeds. And the bicycle is the slowest of them, so this person's definitely still coming towards you, but they may take some time. Oh no, sorry, that's I guess for someone's coming in, but like for most of you, it's like you're definitely taking this movement forward here. You're sometimes going on uphills, which are about obstacles, and you're sometimes going down downhills, which are like a lot more free reins. So just take it as it goes. Things are moving. It's just a matter of how many. Are you moving uphill or downhill, right? Okay. But I think that's all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope this reading did help you out. If it did provide you any assistance, just let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I do have other platforms on different social media accounts. If you do want to check it out, check me out on like TikTok, and Instagram. I leave the link in the bio. But I think that's all I have for you, and I hope this reading did help you out, pile number 1. But let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, let's see what positive changes are happening in your life. Awareness. Transformation. So there you are going through some form of transformation, pile number 2. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Let's see. Australia. And this may have to do with some your goals as well. This could talk about challenges and having goals through challenges, but that could lead to some form of transformation. We have here Uranus, which is about freedom. Oh my god. Deception. You deserve love. Awakening genius. Appreciate this moment. Transformation. Another card about transformation. Trust the nickel. Okay, so you are going through some form of awakening because of a past deception. Someone in your past really deceived you and just kind of really probably hurt your feelings. But from doing that, you internalized and started to gain awareness that you deserve love. And through that, you are forming a transformation. You are letting go of your past and you're starting to really embrace a form of freedom. You're going to really like have some form of emotion, like not even emotional breakthrough, like a spiritual breakthrough. Like this with Awakening Genius is like this friend, so you're going through some form of awakening and just really transform it. Lots about transformation. So as a positive change, you are transforming because you're going through an ascension, and this is like you starting to believe in yourself more, starting to trust your intuition, starting to go with your gut feelings, and really just starting to like become like overall a lot better emotionally, a lot more balanced. Okay, let's pull some tarot to get more details on this situation, and then we're going to pull other cards. But ancestors, angels, my guides, do some more information about what's going on here, what positive changes are happening in this person's life. You are moving away from, oh shit, yeah, you are moving away. Sorry, I swore, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't, yeah. So you are definitely moving away from any past energy, especially since it seemed to like keep you locked down. You may have gone through a really big independent moment. Whenever I see the Queen of Coins in reverse, I think of someone who's just literally only focused on their like finances and just so determined on that because they're trying to like ignore everything else around them. So you may have been really focused on work recently. You may have juggling a lot of things as well. So it's the ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here? The queen, another queen in reverse. So like definitely a sense of like you not really embracing like the like any of the fun in life because you're so focused on other things, especially since you have 2 queens in reverse. Oh, okay. I keep seeing the Queen of Swords, but like she doesn't come out of the deck. So like you're definitely coming up as this queen energy. You're kind of cold-hearted. You may be single right now because you are like not really with someone. This is definitely like heavy single energy. If you do not resonate with that, definitely just choose another pile because I definitely feel like this person here, like you've been through it. Like you had a past connection that just didn't do you justice because this person was low-key deceit, like didn't tell you the truth. Whether like that was like because of whatever they're going through or if it was a bad thing and they actually lied to you, like they just there was some form of deception, which now you're moving away from, going through a form of transformation because you're focusing on your bag, your own emotional security. You are disconnecting from any relationships that no longer serve you. And there's just like a big sense of you starting to have faith in your own self because you've been left out in the cold for so long because of this person who, this romantic person. I don't feel any like, connection that didn't yeah, this connection just didn't come off the ground. Even the Lovers card in reverse came up, and then there's that forceful rest with the Hanged Man in reverse. So, but what's changing here, Spirit? I guess what's the change? The change, you're moving on, yeah. Like, I feel like that's just, you're moving on, you're starting to juggle your own priorities. You're trying to disconnect from this person, and honestly, it seems like it's probably gonna work, but you're definitely, but you may have to go through some form of, like, just awakening of some sort. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Resistance. But I feel like with this card in specific, I'm really attracted to the fact that there's someone behind here and they're hiding themselves, and especially since you have deception here, this person was definitely just hiding things from you. The devil, lots about that's just toxic traits. That could be about addictions of some sort. So there's definitely a lot going on with this person. They just never really got revealed to you, and that's what was this disharmony, and that's what was this lack of clarity because of like this resistance, and you are just going to move on from that. And I feel like this heavy need to just move on. So let's pull some up from my other deck here. Let's move you. Okay, so ancestors, angels, and my guides, any additional messages about what's going on in this pile? What positive changes are coming to this person? What positive changes? You have a lot, but I'm going to go over one more time just to make a count for the ones that didn't come out. Any additional messages here, Spirit? Any additional messages? Okay, so you have on the bottom Virgo energy. It's just about being too critical can may cause self-destruction. Do be wary of that. Some of you may be a Virgo, have heavy Virgo placements in your chart. But let's see what's going on here. So there's definitely something about like romance here with this Lovers card here as well. Since the Lovers card also came up in the original reading, that's quite important. You do have a big change happening on your side, but this is going to require some patience. Another Earth energy. Something about March within the next few months may be very important. You're going to have some really big change. You have a no here, so I think that's to the person. I don't think this person. If you have a person you're thinking they're going to come back, I'm going to say no. Paranoia may lead to isolation. Withdrawal may lead to loneliness. Don't like I said, there's a sense of you internalizing. Don't disconnect from people. And I feel like that's more so of a warning, especially over the next few weeks. You are going to have a rest period, but don't isolate during that time. Definitely take your time to recalibrate your energy, but don't just disconnect from the world because you want to do that. You do also have achievement twice with this luck and achievement stuff. Another no, so definitely lots of no's when it comes down to something here, and I feel like that's mostly about the relationship. Everything about that person's a no. And you definitely just need to reshift your focus back to yourself, and that's going to just bring lots of change, especially in the next few months, the next few weeks. Just be careful of when things are low and you're going through doing the motions bit by bit. Do not resort to loneliness, I guess. Don't just shut people out. And I think I do that too. When I'm just not in the mood. You may be an empath of some sort where I can't deal with all this amount of energy. I am good. And you may isolate, but don't do that. Empaths, I know we don't like energy. But at the end of the day, it's not that it's bad for us. It's more so we just don't want to deal with it. I understand. But let's see. I am going to pull some extra cards from this little guy. I laminated it. I don't know if you were there. I watched that one reading where I was I want to laminate these. I'm over it. A good time to refuse. Okay. Take joy and stability. I think, I said, that person, if for some of you, there's a chance they may come back and it's a good time to just refuse them. Just don't go back with this person and take joy in your own stability because you worked hard for that because you're going through this right now of you just having this transformation. So it's a good thing that you're not with them. Explore your options. Really get out there. Start dating if it's a love dating for some of you. If it's more so focusing on yourself, explore what you want to do. Start to do other things. A change in career, yeah. So scatter your energy. Start trying new things and start getting out there a lot more. Be a lot more creative. And if you do want to pursue a new future in terms of career, try do some planning work when it comes down to it. because for a while now, like, especially in that relationship, things were not going the way you wanted them to, and you really long for this stable environment. And there was like you were left unsatisfied with this person, which is how the relationship worked out, and now you're kind of stuck as well. Dissatisfaction because of lack of excitement. Yeah, because that's just heavily with that relationship. That's a new spark of information leads. Okay, but you are gonna like open your energy. I feel like after you go through this transformation, this soul searching, just start to really look into yourself and what you really want from the world and what you truly desire, really, and like that will bring some form of change. Well, you are going through a change. No matter what, you're going through a change. This is like you're transforming. You had transformation twice, so like take it well and allow for things to positively enter into your energy and you'll be fine. So let's pull some charms for your pile. Let's move this here. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, what positive changes are happening in this person's life? Belief, change. Some of you may be dancing. You may start dancing, or at least embark on something very creative. This is also the what are they called? Like the ballerina shoes. And with ballerina shoes, I also think of things that are very delicate and but also very like strong. And I feel like that's you entering into that energy as well, being very delicate and strong. And especially since you have the Eiffel Tower, all I think is like strong foundations. So it's like you're a very delicate person, but you are building a really strong foundation right now, and that's going to lead to a lot of peace. You are going to receive a message of some sort because this is my messenger. That's going to lead to some form of change, but right now you may feel kind of like hopeless, like things aren't really going the way you want, but there is going to be some form that's resistance. I think you are like building a transformation. I don't think it's going to come easily. It's why you had the few months stuff. So like just allow for the transformation to take hold, and it's going to take a little bit of time. All right. That's what I feel from this pile, but that's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading did help you out, but that's all I have for you. Check me out on any other form of social media, like Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to figure out my Twitter, but yeah, I think that's all I have for you, pile number 2, and thank you. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see what positive changes are happening in your life. Strength, confidence. I feel confidence from this pile. Breathe. You have Virgo energy. Hidden talents. Oh, I was thinking that. Fire energy. Smugness. The waning crescent. Oh my gosh. Okay, so before I even grab the rest of the cards, let me explain to you what I'm feeling here. You are my collective that are literally just like, you've been growing through some form of leveling up. You've been gaining a lot of strength. You've been getting a lot of self-confidence. And you've been really getting out there. You've been working really hard with the Virgo energy and just keeping really an organized, tight schedule for some of you. For others, it may just be that, like, you're working really hard and you may feel a little, like, overwhelmed. But that's going to be, like, a titter-totter here. But there is a sense of, like, you are, like, gaining accomplishments. You have new love here as well as trust. So, but I don't feel like love here necessarily. Some of you may be getting a love of some sort, but at the end of the day, I feel like this is more so like you connecting to your passions and starting this new journey, and you just have to have a lot of trust. And to me, I see, which is Aquarius energy for me, getting to know each other. You have awakening and birthing a new age. Yeah, so you're definitely like entering into this new cycle for yourself where you're like getting a lot of self-confidence, a lot of self-strength. You're getting a lot really organized with your priorities as well. You're starting to really embrace your passions. There's also a sense with this waning crescent moon here that you are coming to a really refreshed energy, and you're really hopeful of all the possibilities coming into your future. It's why you have all these kind of like new cards, like you have birthing a new beginning, a new love. So, but I don't necessarily see like love here. It's more so like new me, new you, new boo, right? Like, hi, new hair. Oh, have you ever seen, like, I'm the person like, hi, new hair, new me, new bitch. Sorry, that's I didn't mean. I like to swear. I don't know why I swear all the time. It just sounds better. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like new hair, new me, new bitch. Or yeah, like new car, new key. Like, you know, when you just like enter in this new boss energy because like you got something new. But this new stuff is like you coming through awakening, you leveling up, going towards your passions, really embracing your like inner self, and just really starting to be able to breathe for once. Like, it's not like the sense of like, oh, I'm like here now, so I'm the baddest person in the room. Like, no, it's like I've been working so hard, and now I can just like let out a fresh breaths of breath because I know that this new path I'm on is starting to really come together, right? And it's just like a period of like, congratulations, pat yourself on the back, and like, it just feels really nice. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's get some details about what's going on here. So we have the Eight of Swords, and the thing is, whenever I get the Eight of Swords in reverse, so I always think of like you coming out of feeling trapped, like you like. So it's like, okay, so the Eight of Swords in upright, it's like all about feeling trapped, but it's like you yourself making yourself feel trapped. But whenever I see it in like reverse, I always feel like, okay, like you are removing your chains, you are starting to get out of this, and you are really just starting to embrace yourself. All right. So Ace of Coins, new opportunities. Yeah, I was feeling that. Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. This is such an interesting combo. And the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So you are like this queen energy right now of like focusing on your finances. This also talks about like unemotional relationships. So you definitely might not be in a relationship of some sort because you're just like bossing up in other aspects in your life. And that's because of this awakening and you really starting to, because you've been shifting your focus. Like, I feel like you've already been doing this, whether you're like at the beginning of the journey or like starting to really reap the successes of the reward now. It's like the sense of you've been on this new beginning journey and you are releasing any of your past chains. You're focusing on your finances. You're super secure emotionally. You are becoming super secure financially. You are in this like, I am the baddest bitch energy in the room, and I know that. Like, I love that you also have this into me I see here, and whenever I see it, I get reminded of like Aquarius energy, but not in the sense of like, oh, I think Aquarius is all this and that. No, I see it in the sense of like, you are so much embracing your unique self, that you are like shining from it. Because so in tarot, the Star card, which talks about hope and inspiration, is also represented by Aquarius, and that's the energy I feel from this. Like the Star card, Aquarius, not the astrological sign people. Like, if you are an Aquarius, dope. I didn't actually mean to guess your sign. I'm just saying embracing that energy, okay? But back to that in the center of, you are going to like start to be the center of attention as well here. Oh yeah, you are starting to become the center of attention here. Like, you are getting into that energy. My phone literally just got a notification, and that is my sign that I am correct. Sorry, I'm a little weird sometimes. Okay, but I am going to see anything else here, Spirit, about what positive changes are happening in this person's life. Oh, I definitely the Ace of Wands in reverse. Oh. You have Strength again. Two Cups in reverse. So there's a sense that you may be getting up from your a past that was very indecisive, maybe in pertaining to a specific connection. That was causing you rest, and that caused you to force you to go on this path because you're getting up from this feeling. But, like, that's for some of you. I feel like that's lingering energy. That's not even, like, a big deal here for you as a pile. But we are going to kind of just move on to the other deck. So let me kind of put this away. And let's see what's going on there. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. What's happening in the pile number 3's energy? What positive changes are coming their way? What positive changes are coming their way? So you have the second house, which is about your work ethic, leads to prosperity, strong positive change. Okay, so 1, 2. So you have achievements. So like I said, you're heading towards an I've been talking about transformation. You are heading in the spotlight, especially if like you've been wanting to, like if that's what you're wanting, like public recognition. Like you are getting to that. You have future success, but that's because you're paying attention to details. This is also the second Virgo card, so you definitely may just have strong Virgo placements. You have a no here. No to no. I feel like no. Keep setting intentions and keep making plans and keep going forward and keep being charismatic and keep having hopes towards your future. February is here as well. So collaborate with people around you. Another Earth card as well. Something about March may be important. So March and February are definitely the best time to really go into a new beginning. Some of you may have like some form of delays because of some alchemical changed recently, and that's why you're getting the no. But I feel like instead of like just getting discouraged from that, just keep making plans. You don't necessarily have to jump into the beginning of your staging yet anyway, so just take the time to go through it. But I feel like you are still going to end up getting an achievement of some sort, so just allow it to come in the time that it may. Let's grab from a different deck, aka this deck. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional information here about what's going on? A breakthrough, a mental clarity, like you may have had conflict in a past relationship for a few of you. An opportunity to celebrate, be social. Time to walk away, recovery from a loss. Self-sufficient. Okay, yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So pretty much like in your past, you may have had like a relationship that you got out of. That's going to lead you to bossing yourself up, becoming self-sufficient. Like I said, there's a really big sense of you getting the bag, as well as you like getting out in public, getting recognized as well. So you are definitely having a breakthrough moment there. This person was just going to be a distraction towards you anyway. So honestly, good that they're gone. And your hard work is going to lead to these opportunities because you've been working hard. Keep working at it. Yeah. So, okay, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I don't like when I start to repeat myself. That's why I started doing, like, the pre-shuffles, because I felt like the moment I started, like, live shuffling, I was just, like, repeating myself multiple times, and I don't like to repeat myself. Ancestors, angels, my guides, what positive changes are happening in this person's life? Clarity, yeah. There's lots about getting clarity, becoming peaceful. Some of you may get upgrades in wardrobes. It also just reminds me of like being a fashionista of some sort. So I want the public recognition stuff. So it may have to do with like your looks, particularly whether you like, let's say some of you want to do like modeling or like making clothes, doing fashion, runways, or even like something about the way you dress might be really unique to your style. You may just want to make a brand off of it. And if that's something you want to do, totally go for it. Especially if it has to do with like your appearance of some sort, that may be something you've been wanting to do. That will resonate for all of you. You are definitely creating solid foundations, and with the sunflower seeds, all I think is like prosperity as well. And I also think of the sun card, which is all about like happiness and joy and longevity, and I definitely see that coming towards you as well. And it's because you're entering this a period of calmness and peace and like tranquility. And normally I get communication from this card, but I'm just feeling paradise. I'm just feeling the sense of like having really lots of paradise around you, feeling very like content with the foundation that you built for yourself. So keep going, keep working hard. But I think that's all I have for you, pile number 3. You are going to see some achievement in regards to this hard work you've been doing. So please look forward to it. Let me know what it is when it does happen. This will be up in the air though, because I feel like it depends on where you are in the journey of how hard you're working. So I can't necessarily give like an ETA, but we'll see. Okay, let's move on to pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. Let's see what changes are happening in your life, sincere relationships, answers within. You have one of these cards, opposition. When such opposite energies, but you can make this work. Calling in your soulmate, healing family issues, earth magic, connecting and getting grounded, foundation. Ooh. Council of Light. So we're going to just go like 1. In play. I'm feeling family. So I feel like the sincere relationships, there's a sense of you getting really regrounded to your foundations, whether that be like your family life, your like home life, but like with the healing family issues and the fact that you have a house here with the foundation, it's just a heavily like, and the earth magic, which is about being grounded. Sorry, I just realized that. There's definitely this big energy of you really reconnecting back to your roots, especially if you felt like recently that with the people around you, whether that be friends or romance, things have been very like hard because you guys are seeing from different perspectives, but like there's a sense that like you guys still have a lot of love amongst you, so I don't think it's going to ruin any relationships or whatever, but I feel like it's going to make you really reevaluate your own inner truth is why you have the answers are within, because I feel like the change that's happening is your own inner truth because of the foundations you've had. Whether that it's like a break in the foundations or not is really dependent on the person here, I believe, but there's definitely a sense of like playfulness and just having this reconnection back to your roots. And I feel like it's like your relationships are super important for you. Let's see. Releasing your burdens. Yeah, so you're releasing burdens that were very unjust to you. So because like there's a sense of unfairness here, whether like you had issues you had family issues, so you may have had family issues growing up, and that affected you in your like later relationships, and now you're starting to really reevaluate that and release any of the things that no longer really served you. You're definitely also uncovering some hidden truths, and that's what's causing you to release these imbalances. Let's see, ancestors, angels. Yeah, because you're walking away. So, like, whether you're walking away from an actual person, people, or just in mental mindset, your positive change is that you're walking away from some things in your foundation that no longer served you, and you're unhindering yourself of those burdens to be able to create better relationships with people in your future. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit, for pile number 4. My hand's itchy. By the lottery, sorry, as a side note, in my culture, when your hand gets itchy, it means good luck. So, like, I would take that. You have Queen of Cups in reverse. An emotion leader. Very self-conscious. Nurturing with the Empress. So, yeah, you're really definitely reconnecting back to your inner youth. I definitely feel this heavy sense of you really reconnecting to, like, your, like, inner, like, love, your inner self. There's, like, a huge sense here of just getting grounded and, like, nurturing yourself. You may have had something about a mother figure here be very important with the Empress as well. So, like, that could be where the issues stem from if you had a hard relationship with your mother, and that really skewed your views on how to deal with relationships in your future, and now you're trying to figure out how to deal with that. That may only resonate for a few of you because it's just the way these cards came up. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. What else is happening here? 3 of Coins. There is going to be collaboration in your future as you start to reconnect with yourself. You are going to get up from this. It may take some time and it may be hard, but you are going to get up from it. Like, I feel this heavy sense of expansion, but it may be hard. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Hermit, research. Anything else here? The Nine of Swords. Some of you may be really overthinking because you may feel like there's a lot of obstacles blocking you from really changing this as well. Yeah, lots of conflict around you with that 5 of Wands, and I feel like that has to do with you trying to release this past year as well, or like something with this foundation you trying to change it's causing issues, whether that be arguments in the household or arguments here, because the opposition is just like when I see the opposition, I'm feeling like being on the opposite sides of the spectrum and not seeing eye to eye. So, like, there's definitely the sense of, like, that being wrong here, and, like, you are dealing with it because you are starting to, instead of, like, find answers in other people, you're starting to really just look at within yourself. Oh my god, have you ever watched the movie Good Will Hunting? There's a part in that movie, don't want to spoil it, but where, like, the one guy says, like Adam... Oh my shoot, I don't even remember like everyone's actors' names. I just remember the one scene where the therapist is talking to him and he's like, it's not your fault. At the end of the day, it's not your fault. And I think like that's what I'm getting here. It's not your fault that the people are like they are. All you can do is like look within and understand yourself. And I feel like that's what's going on here, because there's so much conflict around you that you're like, I am walking away from this. I'm getting recentered in my own energy, because I'm going to look at what I want and start to embrace the things that make me joyful and the things that bring me light. And I'm going to start to work on that and move towards that. And I think that's the positive change, is this shift from your, like, the things around you to the shift, to the things within you. Okay, so we are going to pull from a different deck just to get a little bit extra information, and then we'll pull from my main deck, and then we will pull from the charms. But that's okay. Pile number 4. You are going through a lot, though. I see you. If the 4th house comes out from these cards, I will feel shook. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional information about what's going on here in this pile, about what positive changes are happening in their life. And one more time around. Okay, so we have Taurus, which is another card about collaboration. So collaboration may be very important here. So the collaboration, since it was foundation, it could be like I said, it could be home, it could be family, it could be work, if it's work is extremely valuable to you. If it's not, I don't think so, because the foundation just makes you something that's like very securely rooted in who you are. You have resisting change may only lead to the inevitable. Be spontaneous. Thinking outside of the box will bring value in a unique form. But I feel like somebody's maybe, I feel like someone's resisting you in an idea that you want to do. Something that's very like sparking your own innovations and very discouraging. But you are finding a transformation. Sorry, I pulled that up with me too. You have the 11th house here, which is about friends. Friends can bring much joy. This is also like an Aquarius card too, so you may have heavy Aquarius in your chart, or at least the 11th house will be a very big influence, which is about like your social media, your hopes and your dreams, like wishes towards your future. So it's like definitely the sense of you like really wanting to go towards something in your future, but there's resistance around you, and that resistance is causing delays. Something about September may also be very important here. You have the 12th house, which is about what's hidden, is limiting your like abilities. So I feel like that all has to do with whatever is holding you back still. But you are going to have some rapid change, because you're going to reevaluate your own ethics and your own code and your own self, especially if this is happening right now. You have a no here. Because I think you're just scared of like how this fresh change is going to do to you, but just keep manifesting and pay attention to the actions of the people around you as well, because that'll be very important. Focus on now, like what you can do right now. Don't jump to conclusions right away, and just make proper plans. Review your goals as well. There's an issue, with the lack of clarity here, like, don't just jump to conclusions. And I keep saying that, feeling that there's an also nurturing energy here. Lots about a mother. Take a break from your usual way of thinking. Yeah, change your perspectives. Get outside of the box and really start to think of like, okay, if I really want to change my foundation, what am I going to do? Or if I'm stuck in this mindset of thinking because of this one, the X, Y, and Z, how do I change that? Because I can't expect them to change for me. Like that type of thing. Like you're starting to like shift your focus, realizing your priorities. Yeah, with that 2nd house influence here too. I think I was in here. I may be wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Mothering nature, a mother figure, definitely heavy mother figure here, for whoever that message is for. Manifest a creative venture. And like, yeah, I feel like this, for some of you, this is a very specific thing. It might not resonate for everybody, but if there's like a mother figure whose resistance of the goal, like your future goals that you want to do, and she may be wanting to steer you in a specific path, but you really want to go after your own thing, and it's because like it's something you're very creative towards, something you're very passionate about, but she's not really like in line with that, and you really want to do that, and you really want to focus on that, but that's what's causing this indifference and these imbalances. And you may be bottling up how you feel towards this person as well, and not really admitting how you feel, and that's what's causing the block. Because like another thing about nurturing, lots about nurture here. Perfectionist. Some of you may be a perfectionist, and there's a sense of challenges here too. So like a good balance between emotional and intellect. Lots of potential. There is lots of potential for you to go towards the thing you want in the future, but it's going to take a lot of obstacles, and like you need to know that. And I feel like if that's like, as long as you're willing to put in the work towards this goal, go for it. If you don't have the time, or you don't know how, or you're not even willing to put in the research, don't even try it. Because it seems like with the obstacles, like there are going to be obstacles. It's not like it's going to come and like you're going to get everything you want in like a month. It's like going to take time and like patience, especially like with this. So just take a moment and allow for everything to come in the time it does. The rapid change is you like changing your thoughts and creating new shifts in this foundation. So like that's what this is happening now, is you focusing on this, and that will lead to change. But however you deal with the actual situation itself is up to you. But there is definitely this big sense of like starting to focus on like your goals and your happiness. And since you had the 11th house, some of you may be starting to do things with social media, as well as really getting out in the spotlight. Let's see. Okay, if you are drawn to another pile, do you also read that as well? But let's move. I think that's actually all I have. Oh, no. We have charms. Before we move on, we have charms. Ancestors, angel, and guides, positive changes, please. Love and landed in love too. So love may be coming in for some of you, or you may actually already be with somebody as well. Because the fact that they both came together just makes me think like someone may already be in your life. But I feel like it's for a specific few of you. But there's also definitely a big sense of like self-love here. I also see like a tattoo. So some of you may have a heart tattoo. Yeah. Okay, there is definitely a goal that's going to bring in abundance and happiness that you're not really fully seeing yet, but it is coming. That's going, and I feel like this has to do with that, like, the 11th house stuff. So, like, that hopes, your desires, and I feel like you're going to have a victory of some sort. It's going to be a small victory, but it really will encourage you to keep going. But you are going through a big change right now. Since you do have the two, like, wheels, the fact that these are together make me think that, they're all related to the same thing, and that has to do with, like, your goal here, that's abundance, has to do with your hopes. It's a hidden desire of some sort that's going to lead to fortune and change, but a small change, while this big one is about the big changes in your whole life, and you probably starting to see things a lot more clearly, and you are going to have some form of this like beauty in your life as well. Lots about nurturing too, though, so I feel like heavy nurturing energy here. Okay, but I think that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this reading did help you out. If you did like the message, please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what's up in the comments. You can always follow me on any other form of social media at Kiki and her guides. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and I'm starting a Twitter. But yes, that's all I have for you, pile number 4, and I hope this reading did help you out. But let's move on. So pile number 5, we have Volatation. Oh, hi, pile number 5. I'm just moving through these readings, I guess. It's kind of late right now where I am. Yeah, almost very late. But I wanted to just film this reading because was helpful to read it now. Listen to your body. You have injunction. Sorry, I just got these cards recently. So I read a bunch of them, but like I always, because when I get new decks, I kind of like I keep reading the descriptions, at least. This may lead you to a compromise and stuff like these synergies. Your service can show you where you're devoting your energy. So devoting your energy to flight, listening to your body, give your relationship a chance, release your ex. Beautiful and caging, which release goes with that release card. Slow down. Unbound. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so a lot of you may be like releasing an ex of some sort that you gave, or someone you gave a chance and it just didn't go anywhere. Because what they're engaging too is just a sense of unlocking yourself and just really freeing yourself with the volatility. These two also bring up this sense of just like, oh my god, let me look at them. So like, this talks about like your true calling, as well as there's a sense of like where you're devoting your energy to, and I feel like you're unbinding yourself where you're devoting your energy to, and you're changing yourself, and you're starting to move forward, and that's going to lead to that expansion of some sort. And I feel like because you and this person just didn't get each other with this injunction card. And that's what led to like the separation because of just the different energies between the two of you, because you guys were just at odds with one another. And I think you were just really starting to listen to yourself when it comes to that. Tattoos again. This person has a lot of tattoos. Dragons too. Which is also another about flight. So yeah, you are definitely like, in terms of what positive changes you are happening, you are releasing this person, you are unbinding your energy, you're starting to flow, you're starting to get in your own energy, but your things are also slowing down during this time as well. So things aren't really starting to like do big about changes, but during this time there is going to be a sense of just having things be slow for quite some time. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's get some information about what's going on in pile number 5. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Let's see. The 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're just releasing this person and you're really getting into this really independent energy. You guys definitely had a lot of conflicts in your past due to just not like really seeing eye to eye or just having arguments of some sort. The 9 of Swords, the 9 of Cups in reverse. There's definitely a relationship of some sort. You may have met each other through work or like school. But there's a sense of teamwork here. So you guys were like a team first, I guess you could say, before you were in an actual relationship. Or you met them through a social gathering of some sort. This person, yeah, with both of you guys being in reverse, there's a sense of you guys not seeing eye to eye, or not really being very cold towards one another. There's definitely like blockages inside of this connection here too. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. There are illusions here as well, but you are manifesting like clarity in your future, as well as having some hopes and some wishes towards that as well. Anything else here, Spirit? Ooh. Feeling trapped because of indecision. So you may be feeling mentally trapped because of your indecision about how you like to let go of this person right now. But I feel like you are unbounding yourself from this person because you're allowing things to take a slow moment and just really breathe. Like having a moment to breathe. I feel like that's really what's going on here. You're really just starting to like give yourself a self-care day and then like start to just slow things down and refocus your energy on yourself and like embrace this period of like delay and not really moving forward with anybody really. And just starting to like listen to your body. So yeah, let's inner temple. Yeah, like I feel like you're just gonna do some self-care. Really, like take a moment for some self-care and bind yourself from anything that's causing delay. Whether like for most of you it's probably a relationship of some sort. For others of you it's just like things just feeling hard, especially like emotionally. So, like, just listen to your body, especially if you do need a timeout of some sort. But let's see. Ancestors. We are going to just pull from a different deck, because I don't... Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional information about what's going on in pile number 5 and what positive shifts are happening in their life. What positive shifts? No to rapid change, because that's the rapid change card. I know that for a fact. And they're like landed together. Okay, I guess not. So we have Sagittarius. Optimism leads to expansion. Be forward and direct. You also have the no in rapid change. So like I said, there's a sense of taking things slow. So just like relax. You have chaotic energy leads to the surface of unconscious desire. I feel like that's what was with that person. Like I said, there's a lot of chaotic energy. But right now, just kind of focus on yourself and your own details. Something about July may be very important towards you. Cleanse your energy as well. Have hopes and dreams towards your future. And just be optimistic and charismatic as well. I think that's your big message here. Just take your rest period as a good. Be selfish with your energy. Shifting your energy, moving forward. Yeah, be selfish with your energy. So you be self-sufficient, and that will have some harmony. You may be very like lacking of motivation during this time though, but it's because of like how you're feeling. But you are gonna have some relief after the period of struggle, and you may starting to overindulge for quite some time. Some of you, instead of like focusing on like releasing, you may start to really overwork, and so take as a precaution, just slow down, allow for things to just give yourself a moment. Yeah, with a period of depression, I feel like that's more so like Just allow for yourself to reevaluate your priorities and just let things calm down before they overwhelm you. Rely on the people you can trust. Do not resist this end, because after this ending, you'll have a new way to have some prosperity in your life. And you will have someone who's very compassionate and caring come into your life who wants to support you. They're very nurturing as well. But like I said, a sense of you working hard but not feeling like you want to be where you are. Yeah, because you're still having some difficulties of moving on. So you may still be like frustrated from that while you're like meeting this new person. So like try to release it as best as you can and don't hold on to the attachment itself. Okay, but let's get some charms. Sorry, let's see. I think for pile number 5, it really just releasing your like anything that no longer served you. Really, whether that be like an actual physical relationship or just people in your life, and just starting to really like focus on yourself. Some of you focusing on yourself is just overworking yourself. Don't do that. That's what's going to cause you to feel like burnt out later in life. Don't do that. Take a moment for like just to have things cool down for some time. Do some reflection and really start to take a time out. Take a self-care day. Like that's all I have to say to you. Take a freaking self-care day. All right. You are going to have abundance. I think whenever I see the pack of grains, I think like grains make everything. They lead to a whole lot of possibilities. So like you have the key to unlock those possibilities, but you have to let go of this past love first. By shooting your shot towards something that lights you up in the dark, you will build a lot of communications and like a lot of connections with people is what I'm getting from like this year. But let go of this person from your past, unlock these build like millions of possibilities that you have, and just have hope in your future. But yes, I think that's all I have for you. Pile number 5, you feel short and sweet. If you were drawn to another pile, definitely check it out. But pile number 5, you definitely were just like quick in and out. But I hope you like this reading. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up in the comments. If you have any ideas of what you want me to do next, just let me know. But yeah, let's move on to pile number 6. Okay, pile number 6. Let's get it on. Let's get it. Let's go. Receive healing. Unexpected. You have Pisces energy. Intuitive, gentle selflessness. They're humanitarians who feel tremendous pain for the world's problems, but they may not be able to freely communicate their own healing feelings. You have the new moon, which is another, but this is the new moon in... Well, if this is in Pisces, I guess. Success. Pay attention to the red flags. Keep an open mind. Ears wide open. Like attracts like. Align your life. Dance with life. I feel like something unexpected happened with a particular person. This person may have been a Pisces. And Pisces also talks about romantic relationships. So it could definitely just be a romance, like a little bit of romance. They're very idealistic, especially since you have the new moon here. It could have been a very new connection that kind of just unexpectedly sparked. But then there were a lot of red flags. So you may have been trying to keep your mind open. And I feel like you should keeping your mind open, because you're going to attract someone who's probably a lot more energetically aligned with you. And just like you have all this stuff about being open, like open, yeah, open and open here, I guess only the two, but I was feeling lots of open energy. There's a sense of you trying to just have some fun in life, embrace like the fantasies and the funness, and just align yourself to receive some healing, because I feel like you are still going through some healing. And I don't think it comes from this person necessarily, actually. I feel like this is more so like some general healing that you're going through because of your past, and you might be one of those people that just likes to work on themselves because you not because you see it as a challenge, but it's because you like want to better yourself. So you always are constantly changing for your like the better of yourself, really. So let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. So you're maybe stuck between a decision of what to do right now as well. this maybe have to do with something of your past that definitely hurt you, but this also the sense of feeling self-inflicted here for some reason. I don't know in what concept is necessarily. It may have to do with just not having things feel like a creative spark, maybe? I'm not sure. I want to get more information. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. What's happening here? Queen of Coins, focusing on the bag. You have the Nine of Wands, which makes you feel like you're... Yeah, there's a sense that you may be running away from something here as well. Whether that you be like... You are the red flag, and you are running away. And, but I also see like the sense of discovery here too. But yeah, you're definitely cutting off. Whether you are cutting something off or someone else is cutting you off, there's a sense of being cut off here. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's see what positive shifts are happening here. You are going to get balance. Yeah, you're going to get balance after being left out in the cold for quite some time. You're going to be starting to focus on other priorities, even though, let's say this person is like still back in your mind though. But you are going to embrace this nurturing energy, and there is still a sense of feeling overwhelmed here and pertain to this particular romantic connection, but you are going to start to embark on a new creative path of some sort, and you're going to release this past energy. Yeah, and you're going to start to like embark on more creative passions and new journeys and starting to move forward with a lot. This person. So the person may come back. So the Knight here talks about like romances, new romances, and the Emperor here makes me think that someone is gonna take action towards you to be assertive. Oh yeah, definitely an emotional connection of some sort. You may not be particularly attracted or like really suited for this person. There's a sense that you may be blocking them as well, because you're kind of not really heading in their direction. And that's what this harmony is. Whether that's the person from the past or not is really up to your own discretion, because I feel like it's either a new love or a past love. In this case, for some of you, like a new love that you're not open to yet, or past love that you've already cut off. And you're like, yeah, I'm good, because they showed a lot of red flags. Okay, let's pull from a different deck. So ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional information here about what's going on in this pile here? Manipulation. So there was manipulation if there was a past connection of some sort. Something about May. I was feeling May. And new beginnings. You may have a new beginning in May because you're starting to deal with the karma from this person. They were definitely a manipulator, and there has been an end here, but there has been a delay for you to have this new beginning. It's probably why it's happening probably more so in May than now. But let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Cleanse your energies, what Spirit really wants you to do. Remember that fair partnerships are when both sides are equal, and you are going to have some renewal that bring in some healing. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. A final challenge. This is the final challenge. It was choose your battles wisely. Another thing about battles, pretty much. Being too stubborn to compromise. Remember to have compromise. A good type of busy. You may be a good busy for quite some time now. But you may be worried that being busy is a waste of your own time. But you are going to find some sense of inner harmony from new responsibilities, even though like you may not feel like it at first. Act first, think later. Yeah, like you kind of don't. You're not sure if it's going to pan out later, but because you've already been planning it out. Okay, it's like you planned it out. You started the execution. You're not sure of the execution. Your plan's working out. Just keep being determined. Mothering nature. Be careful of the choices you make. Yeah, just keep being careful of the choices you're making. Definitely reevaluate the stuff you're doing. Remember to take information from the people around you, but don't try to be easily swayed by any of their opinions. Keep good company as well. So like don't like be trusting, but be discerning with your trust. You know. Yeah, hold your ground. Yeah. So like I was just saying. Some of you may feel like you're financially lost and just drifting. and you're trying to take responsibility for that, but don't set your expectations like unrealistically high. Start with a small goal and move forward. Some of you may be scared of being broke. Oh, we all are. But don't put any self-imposed isolation, because don't isolate yourself, and just kind of keep working hard. You are on the right path. I know it may not seem like you are because things are not moving as quickly as you would like them to, but just take it one step at a time. Okay, let's set some charms. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Some charms here, please. Oh, Gemini energy also talks about communication. You also have the music note here, so you may be listening to a lot of music, or music is something you're very creatively passionate about going towards. You also have the feather here, which makes me think writing, but also about another form of creativity. You also have the outfit here, which makes me think of fashion. So you may have like a really creative gift when it comes to music, clothes, fashion, or even just another creative aspect of yourself, but lots of just being a creative person in general. There is a sense that you are like a shell. You may be like a hard shell. Like a shell is like, it's hard on the outside but soft on the inside when you open it up, and then you may be that type of person. There's a sense that you have a lot of peace here within inside of you, and you're starting to let go of like your like mistrust in the divine. There are some hidden secrets around you, especially in pertain to a specific offer or an offer that didn't get off the ground since it was kind of a reversal. And you may be lost in pertain to that, but you are going through some form of transformation and you are having change. But that is all I have for you, pile number 6. I hope this reading did help you out. And if it did resonate, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up in the comments. Check me out on any of my other social media platforms. But that's all I have for you, pile number 6. And thank you for sitting through this reading with me. But that's all I have for you. Bye-bye.